Let's now examine the HTTP protocol. It's used for data transfer between clients and web servers. This is not a problem because most of the data published on the web is open to the public anyway. It makes no sense to encrypt it during the transmission. However, some information is confidential, for example, logins and passwords. To protect this information, the HTTPS protocol was introduced. To use the HTTPS channel, you don't have to install anything on the client computer. Just a simple web browser is enough. When you type an address into the browser, type HTTPS instead of the standard HTTP. By sending such a request to the server, you can connect to the default port number 443. In response, it'll send back its certificate. It contains, among other things, the public key of the server. It also contains information uniquely identifying this server, including the address of the computer it was issued for, information about the certification center, what it can be used for, and for how long it will be valid. From this moment on, the browser must verify the certificate is correct and valid in order to check whether someone is not trying to carry out the man-in-the-middle attack. If everything is correct, the HTTPS protocol will send to the web server selected cryptographic protocols and pseudo-random strings of data. This data will be encrypted before sending with a public key for the server. The public key is available to everyone, but only you know the encrypted data because it's been generated from your computer. A person listening to the packets won't be able to read them. In order to do that, the private key that matches the public key is needed. Only the server with the public key has the private key. In this way, you are able to transmit confidential data over an untrusted channel. From this point on, only you, the browser, and the server possess the session key. No one else knows your session key. You know it because you have generated it. The server also knows it because it had the private key that matches the public key used to encrypt the session key. With the session key, you no longer need to encrypt data using an asymmetric algorithm. You can use a symmetric algorithm instead. There's no need for 2 kilobyte keys, as in the case of, for example, the RSA. If everything on the internet was encrypted with the RSA algorithm, it would take a simple website at least 20 minutes to load. Asymmetric encryption is about an order of magnitude slower than symmetric encryption. It is not suitable for encryption of large data sets. The first stage is needed to exchange a symmetric session key which allows us to encrypt data symmetrically. Designing web applications, developers often boast that their application is secure because it uses a 4 kilobyte RSA key. After such a complex key is used to exchange the session key, the rest is encrypted with the 56-bit DES key anyway. The safety of the entire application is the sum of all the individual factors. You should always look for the weakest link. If the user ignores the warning about the invalid certificate, nothing will protect them against the man-in-the-middle attack. In the slide, you have an example of such a situation. We can see captured secure communications that didn't need decrypting. The attacker didn't need to decrypt anything because everything had been encrypted with his own key.